lose?
The bar. Is it no longer plunder?
Yes. If you're actually going to have the bar as an asset, you'll need to remove it as a plunder point.
Okay, I'll make a section under there that says the bar.
What was the new name of the bar? Or did we not come up with a name yet?
Haven't decided.
Okay.
What was the name of the Caden Bard here?
Caden's Place.
Caden's Place.
Okay, that's going to be the bar where the Drunken Dragon was hatched at.
Okay.
To keep it within the universe.
Yeah. All right. So you've got your uniforms. I guess if you're buying a sleeve of many garments, are you meeting up with the rest of the party? I guess we're going through names. Drunken Dolphin.
Drunken Dolphin sounds nice.
Yeah. Oh yeah, make sure to pay the lady that Ferris did not stay with. Say, I'm sorry, maybe next time.
Yep, got it.
And also, one more thing. As I say goodbye to my mom, oh yeah, is Grandma still upset about the whole marriage thing?
Your grandmother is dead.
Huh. Well, that settles that. I just clap.
She passed away.
Wait a minute, she was only like 200 years old.
Yes, unfortunately, she got the red ache.
I kind of chuckle a little bit.
She displeased Callistria and was struck down by one of Callistria's many diseases.
I kind of chuckle. I guess you're doing.
No.
Yeah, she was
had
always
a thing for a young drow.
How did grandfather take that?
He's dead too.
What? And I thought they was gonna outlive me. Show them. They was like, oh, he's a half-orc. He's an abomination to the family.
He also died of red ache.
Mom, you're the best. Never change.
She says, I seriously had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, sure, as I wink.
Okay. So, you guys can't see it because it's happening in the chat. I guess I'll flip that over there. But they're all talking in depth about this bar rather than meeting back up and moving the story ahead. This is something just for my own thing. This is something we can do on email rather than...
Oh, the viewers don't get to see the chat?
Well, I flipped it over so they can see the chat, but I'm always concerned that it might not be big enough for them to read.
Oh, okay.
Precisely.
All right.
It's really
if we're going to have a marsh pit, we need to hire Blood Rager Scouts.
Find some guy named Floki to be your DJ.
Loki.
Have live entertainment on the weekends.
So this is certainly something we can take to email. Just to get the party together before the end of the night here.
Yeah.
Everyone meets up outside of the Temple of Callistria, the Siren's Lash. And an elven man whose eyes have been burned away and like half of his face is clearly has high degree of burns comes up to you guys in the morning light and is like waving a glass around, and he's just like, alms for the poor. Please, the Chilaxians took everything from me. Can you not spare a few coins?
I dropped 5 gold into his thing.
Okay. You're trying to read him, but I mean, half his face is burned away. You just, all you can do is look at his eyes. Can't look away. And when you guys drop some coins into his cup, he's like, bless you. Bless you. Thank you, my lords. And he kind of taps his way past you guys. Are you saying that out loud, Sifreak?
No.
Okay. Kamakiri, can you make a perception check real quick?
Yeah, I can make a perception check.
Okay, this guy bumps into you, and you feel him pass something into your hand.
Hmm.
Come on.
And then he keeps walking away, jingling his cup. We lost somebody. It's Dom. So, what are you doing?
Make a small affirmative grunt.
Okay.
And make sure to walk behind the party slightly.
Okay.
Carefully read the note.
So, are you making any attempt to hide this kind of obvious you're sliding in behind everybody right now?
Yeah.
Okay. So, let's see you make like a stealth check or a bluff check or something, and everyone else can make a perception versus that. Okay. Looks like Comic Carrier just, casually slides back. No one really notices. You're reading the note?
Yeah.
Okay. The note just says, "Meet me in Hell's Harbor. E."
Very well. Roll it up tight, stick it in a pocket.
Okay. Alright. So what are you guys doing now?
Watching out for trouble.
Find a local fighting guild.
You're going to the local fighting league?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you go to the Gentlemen's Fighting Club, and it's closed until 5 o'clock in the afternoon. There's like some groundskeepers outside and a guy doing the books, but no one's allowed in.
Well, if we have time to kill, I want to ask around for information about what the captain's trials involve.
Okay. That phrase is amazing considering you have an assassin in the party, by the way. Time to kill. So you go around asking about captain's trials, and absolutely no one will speak to you on the subject. Anybody you ask, they're just like, piss off.
If you have to ask, you don't want to know.
First rule.
First rule of Free Captain's Club.
Don't talk about
Free
Free
Captains.
Captain's Club.
So what would you like to do next? You spent like an hour talking to people.
Let's see here. The actual plot related we have to do before I start messing with characters. Remember the crew?
I think you're dropping there on Skype. Oh, we're so good up until this point. Damn you, Skype. Why you gotta be so rude? Plot related before you go mess with the Pathfinders. This whole thing is a side quest. Actually, there's 4 side quests here.
Funny enough, Arthur picture froze as Arthur's mouth was open.
Excellent. Yeah, I mean, there's no main plot stuff here. Everything here is side quest related. If you'd like to go mess with Pathfinders, you can certainly try to find one. Okay. What are you disguising yourself as? And are you telling the rest of the party about this trip, and are they disguising themselves? young noblewoman, huh? Well, more importantly, you no longer look like the necromancer.
If you're letting the rest of us in on this.
Oops, there we go. Sifrig will disguise himself as an angry dwarf with an axe. Okay.
Okay, do you want me to disguise myself? I mean, it'd be in my own best interest to disguise myself anyway. Yes. Yes, I am.
Yeah. While everybody's off, I guess, shopping, I'm probably going back to the thing to probably... How much would it pay to get the date with my mom? 'Cause I'm pretty sure they won't just let her shirk off responsibility without being paid.
No, she was good.
Oh, she was good?
Yep.
I'll probably go see, hey, you want to hang out some more? My captain's off doing stuff.
Yeah, she'll hang out with you.
And I asked her, do you know anything about this free captain, since, information is our thing?
Which free captain?
The free captain test.
Oh, yeah, she
Trials.
won't tell you anything.
She won't tell me anything?
Yep. She tells you that spreading information about the free captains is a good way to get killed.
Ah, okay.
That's one of the few ways that the Hurricane King will just have somebody murdered in the street for. It's a serious crime. It's considered like treason to talk about.
Okay, fair enough. But we go off, shoe shopping, I buy her some new pumps.
Okay.
How much money did we get anyway?
I think everybody got 125 gold.
Okay, that's enough to go on a shopping spree with her.
Wow, so the party's
Wait,
four
for the
ways
stuff we
splitting.
sold? For the stuff we sold?
Yes.
No, we got 150.
150. Okay. So, Scourge, where are you going to? What's the Sifrig doing?
If it's going to be evening, I guess I'll go to the
Oh,
fight.
no, it's morning right now.
Oh, okay. Well, no.
Yep.
Then it's not going to do much of anything but try to recover. Lay low.
Okay. All right. So you just hang out in a couple bars.
Sure. It's a
All
good way
right.
to recover. Start all over.
Are you openly wielding your whip?
He wears it on his belt.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not like playing with it or anything, but
Do
yeah,
you
he
have
wears
like
it
a
on his belt.
cloak or anything that would cover it, or you're just just hanging there?
No, it's just hanging there.
Okay. All right. So like people buy you drinks all day.
He doesn't even have a cloak in his inventory. Okay.
Everybody's
I'll-
just buying you
I'll-
drinks.
Wow, that's awesome. I'll drink. Yay.
They've heard who the Scourge is. Let me ask, what kind of bar are you going to?
Dive bar is better than
Yeah.
fancy bars.
The
Yeah.
kind of place you would go to at like 9 o'clock in the morning for a drink.
It's the only kind of place that should be open at 9 in the morning for a drink. Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, people are just buying you drinks. They want to hear stories about how you became the Scourge.
Good start. Okay, sure.
Bottles is apparently going on a date with the woman he met with last night.
So when I rolled my background, he has had 0 romantic experience. So this may be the first time he has had an encounter with such woman. So I think Bottles is probably be smitten. First time he met a Callisterite cleric or courtesan.
I'm going to have to figure out how to play this one, because I don't know whether she's just going to try to, charge you for the date, or whether she might actually think this is cute. But we'll come back to it next week after I've had some time to think about it. But I like where this is going. Either way, this could turn out to be very interesting. So we've got everybody else away, and we've got Team Farakiri here, heading over. Which bar are you guys heading to? Or where are you going to confront these Pathfinders?
Well, we know that where their hidden lodge is located, so we're going to start with the nearest bars and wander around looking lost and helpless.
Okay, So when you pass in front of Rhododendron's office, you see 6 Pathfinders. There's also like a dire tiger and a flying dragon type planar creature with a star on its head, and like a young half elf woman that's riding on the back of it also has a star on her head, and the paladin sees you guys approaching, and he turns toward Kamakiri and he says, "The eagle strikes twice when the owls break the tree."
Or no, it's a sense motive check, isn't it, to discern a secret message?
No, it's a bluff check. The only problem is he's not sending you a secret message you would understand. Like, you understand he's trying to send a secret message, but you have no idea what it is.
Or who it's about?
Yeah, so he like flips up a little pad, and you see he's wearing like a Eagle Knight's badge under there, and he's like pointing towards the Eagle Knight badge and winking towards you, and he's like question mark, wink wink. And are you reacting to this at all?
I mean, is he on my side? Or he's asking if I'm affiliated.
If you're an Eagle Knight. Yeah.
If I'm an Eagle Knight? I mean...
So you look confused, he flips it down, and he looks at the rest of his party. He's like, damn, that wasn't what... I'm never going to get this faction mission done. The rest of his party is just like, I told you, like the magus steps forward and like pulls out his sword, and he's like waving it around. You can see he's got like a holy symbol of Sarenway flying around. He's like, I told you, it was back there, it was back in Absalom. You should have talked to the young lady there. And everyone else is like, oh, I heard this one already. And everyone's like, listen, we need to find what we're looking for here. And, alright, I'm going to start talking to people. And he turns toward Ferris, and the Magus is like, now, excuse me, young lady, what can you tell me about a man named Atticus Styles?
I look at him, my eyes faintly brimming with tears, and go, the savior of the halflings?
He's like, yes, the savior of the halflings, all that stuff. Listen, we're looking for his ship, the Night Eagle. We heard that it went down somewhere in the bay. We're trying to find its location.
It sank. It sank and it rose again.
So like he just like shakes his head. He's like, oh. All right, this is gonna take 1d4 hours, guys. Apparently, I rolled really low on my diplomacy.
Is the paladin openly wearing a holy symbol?
Yes.
Of who?
Sarenrae.
All right, I step forward. I lightly touch his forearm, and I say, "He came back from the dead, you know."
And the paladin's just like, yeah, we know that. Yep. We're just looking for the ship. And like the young summoner lady flying on her huge dragon is just like, I hope that whoever those poor fools he's chasing around, I hope that they're okay. And the Zen archer like speaks up. He's like, that's not part of our mission. We must stick to what we were assigned.
Oh no, he killed his only son, but in his blood was such...
Everyone like looks, they perk up, and the Magus is like, well, that's new information. Apparently I rolled higher on my diplomacy than I thought. Interesting. Killed his only son.
Can we go back to the world map? I'm trying to remember location names.
Okay.
I'm curious, is the Magus an elf?
No, he's half elf.
Okay. Because for a minute there, I thought you used my elf.
No, these are actually just random people that I thought were kind of iconic Pathfinder op builds.
No, you're hitting the nail right on the head.
Yeah, because I did run a Magus that was a thing of Sarenrae, and it was like, what?
Are you the ones here from the Stinging Wasp?
They just look confused. They're like, Stinging Wasp? Lady, what are you on?
The Great Master. His spells are second only to his tongue for wounding.
Everyone just looks confused. And the Zen Archer's like, we cannot discuss why we are here, except to say that Osprey has sent us. And when he says Osprey,
At that point,
everyone
I
is
shrug
like...
my shoulders and say, "Oh, that jerk. Where have
And,
you been? I thought you were with Aram Zay."
The Paladin is like, you seem to know quite a bit for a random person we met on the streets. Are you sure you're not an encounter? And then he starts putting a finger up to his forehead. Now, what alignment are you, Ferris?
I am chaotic neutral.
And Kamakiri, what alignment are you?
I'm going to try to get out of the cone if I can.
Oh, there's no cone. He's using the, move action detect evil.
I'm lawful evil.
Okay. So he's like, for 6 seconds, and then he looks back at Kamakiri and raises an eyebrow and says, wait, that one's evil. He's traveling with her. Everyone starts getting suspicious, and you notice a lot of weapons are being edged out of their sheaths. And the Magus is, like, dancing from foot to foot. It looks like he's getting ready for a dervish dance. He's like, oh, yeah. I knew that this seemed like an encounter.
I throw up my hands in annoyance. God, I hate dealing with you people. I have been sitting around all week waiting for Aram Zay's little party to get their fucking asses down here. And
So-
now Osprey beat him to the punch?
So, the question is, does your character actually know that much about the Pathfinder Society? Could you make a knowledge local check to back this up?
I would certainly hope so when I was asking the Aspis people for information about them.
Yeah.
Can I try to play dumb? Just say, why all of a sudden hostility? What did I do? What did I do?
You know, I don't even think I want to give this mission anymore.
So everybody's looking confused. Can you make like a bluff or a knowledge local something to indicate that you know more than you do? Because it sounds like you're trying to bullshit your way with these Pathfinders. Yes, when you said "you people," the monk like looked up and like pulled off his like face shroud, and you can see he's a half orc there, and he's like, "What do you mean, you people?" Puts his face shroud back up.
Honest, I don't even know why I agree to pass these messages on. Look, the boat sank, came back from the dead, sank again. However, the loot got taken to Blood Cove.
Everyone's like, "Oh, Blood Cove, that's it. We're going home."
Yeah, I'm supposed to tell the big fancy wizard to get his fat little tushy down there and figure out the cursed item before they use it to take over the continent, blah, blah, blah.
So
Instead, the party I'm supposed to meet is gone, and Osprey's sending people around.
So the paladin looks at you very strangely and says, "You present an interesting story. I'm not sure I believe it. If you are a Pathfinder agent, you do, of course, have a Wayfinder."
Excuse me? Do I look like a Pathfinder? It's bad enough that Aram Zay's got bloody blackmail information on my brother and that little half-orc piece of tail of his.
You're gonna need a bluff check now. You're
Oh, yeah.
basically outrightly lying. Oh, there's not a chance. Between the 6 of them, just random probability would suggest that someone will roll higher than that. But let's try it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. So, the majority of them don't believe you, and the paladin is like they get ready to like pull their weapons on you, and the paladin is like, "Wait, there's no need for violence here. It is clear that this person is simply trying to throw us off our quest. I don't know of who you speak, but if the ship truly has risen and been taken to the Blood Cove, we will find it there eventually when we send a much higher level team that is outside our tier. I thank you for your information, but I apologize if I go to corroborate with it with someone more trustworthy. And in the future, you should probably not portray yourself as a Pathfinder agent. It may be detrimental to your health." And the Magus, like, cracks his knuckles. He's like, "Yeah, detrimental to your health."
I never said I was a Pathfinder agent.
They're already walking away. And you can hear the monk go, I was hoping that would be a random encounter. I need the third one so I can, go to the bathroom.
So I can get the 2 prestige.
So the whole time, like, people are going on either side of you, like people still going about their daily lives. A random battle with Pathfinders in the street is just normal around here.
Murder junkies.
You knew there was a paladin in that group, and you still wanted me along.
I assumed I'd be helpful for being persuasive. I was mistaken.
I apologize.
Okay. So what's the plan now?
Shopping spree. That's what I'm at.
All right, what are you buying?
Trying to hit that thing. I buy her some pumps, a new dress. Buy her a nice necklace. I don't know. Something about 100 gold worth of shopping spree.
Okay.
Make it up for lost time.
Sifri, the afternoon rolls around eventually.
Yeah, I'd like to try to buy a Dwarven helmet.
Okay.
That's it.
Certainly available at Figgy's.
Hey.
Team, what is your guys' name? Farakiri? What's happening with you guys after you get shut down by the Pathfinders?
Oh, I watched him once with Pathfinders.
Okay. So we reassemble the team sometime in the afternoon, I think. We'll do a flashback for Bottles' encounter, because we're kind of closing up on time here. But can I ask what the plan is for next week?
I tell Captain Ferris about the death warrant on anybody who asks about the free captain thing, so that's like, don't ask anymore.
The specific policy is called Don't Ask, Don't Tell.
Or get killed. Them's are the breaks.
So what is the plan for next week? You guys have a couple of leads on side quests.
It looks like a lot of hooks are in Hell's Harbor.
Yes.
Really? Uh-oh. Can we rotate cameras back on real quick? I'm actually going to restart the call because it's messing up.
Reach your forward.
We'll be back in a minute. Nope, it's still messing up. Okay. Craig's camera's finally working, but now everything's grayed out. It's a good trade. Good trade. So what is the plan for next week?
I guess we hit the Hill Harbor. That's where my next hook is. If y'all are okay with this. I don't want to steal the limelight.
You won't be the only one stealing the limelight.
I've got no great preference, so.
Well, for Bottles, love is in the air, so he's...
Love's in the air. Every time I look around.
All right. So what is the plan for Bottles? I mean, do you have your heart set on Port Peril now? Is that your home away from home?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, it's not like he wants to, quit the crew or anything, but he's just had this experience that has captured his senses, and now he wants to pursue this elven woman.
Except we can't come back until we're free captains.
The captain mentions that she's looking to hire one of the Calastrians. You could always tell your friend to apply for the job.
Wow, that would be a little embarrassing.
Very, very awkward. Maybe she knows someone very well suited for the physician.
Someone that's not her or Ace's mom.
Hey, the one thing you disrespect her, there's gonna be an arrow coming down.
Or not.
Two birds with one stone.
I still
Okay.
like my Oedipus honeymoon suite comment.
So you can do one of two things. You can hire out one of these crew members for 20 a day, or you can simply bring her on as part of the crew and just be part of the one plunder payout, and she'll be listed as entertainer.
Bring on as part of the crew.
Okay. And they send you a nice, ethnically ambiguous, no national ties young woman. It's hard to tell where she's from, but she is, a very beautiful young woman who appears to have many skills in many areas, and is also a musician. She plays the steel drums.
And I kind of point at her. Didn't we grow up together?
She shrugs her shoulders. She's just like, maybe. No
Probably.
one's really sure where I'm from. I'm pretty ambiguous.
Huh. That's when I saw you around the temple at one point. It's been a while. 15
Could be.
years-ish.
There's a lot of people who look like me.
Okay, just making sure.
So on your way back to the ship, Sifreek, an old woman hits you with like a soup ladle, like on your chest, and she's like, "Soup, soup, young dwarf, soup."
Is she actually carrying soup?
Yeah, she's got like a big pot of soup out in front of her.
Sure. Why not?
She just hands you a bowl of soup and like gestures to the rest of you, "Free soup, free soup."
Wait, free?
Yeah,
Oh,
free.
hang on.
Hold on.
Wait.
Are you making a sense motive check on this woman?
Yeah, free soup.
Okay, she seems like a kindly old woman who's, genuinely entertained to just have somebody taking some soup from her.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
So as soon as you have some soup in your mouth, she's like, "I'm a witch. I'm Glenda the Good Witch. I'm a kindly soup witch out here." And she says, "You pirate types always buzzing about, doing adventures, killing folks. Haven't you ever considered that there could be more to your life?
Soup.
Well, you could serve your community as a simple soup woman. And just make sure to give soup out to everyone. Don't you feel better knowing you had a free cup of some nice warm noodle soup?"
Yes, now that you mention it.
I suppose.
Do you really have to go around murdering?
Only if they try to murder us first.
Well, what about taking their things? People like their things.
I like them better.
She says, "Oh, I sense great adventure and excitement within you, but a better dwarf would not crave these things." And she turns to Bottles and she hands him some soup.
So you're still working here after all these years, giving out soup.
She says, "Of
I
course.
I
Been
will
here-
accept the I will accept the soup bow and give it a few tastes.
Okay.
Slurps.
So while you're slurping it, she hits Bottles in the chest with her soup ladle, and she says, "You aren't forgetting anything, are you?"
Ah, here's a silver piece.
She says, "No, not that." She says, "I've got the magic, She points at her hat, and what seemed to be a hat is actually a cat that's like wrapped around her head. And the cat like stands up and just kind of moves around. She says, Cat is telling me that you have a bit of evil within you, young man. It seems you've forgotten something."
What have I forgotten?
She says, "I don't know. Maybe you forgot to have some soup." She hands a bowl of soup to Ferris.
Ferris does not accept the bowl of soup.
She shakes her head and she says, "You didn't accept it 2 weeks ago either. That's a shame. Just too busy for your own good, young lady."
Do you wish to explain further?
She says, "There's nothing to explain. The cat says there's something evil within you. You haven't forgotten anything, have you?"
It's a 2 weeks thing.
Two weeks ago, we were in a sweat tent getting stoned, weren't we?
No, that was like 4 days ago.
Oh.
We was nowhere near here.
2 weeks ago, you guys were in Blood Cove.
Exactly.
She's just like, "Well, I don't suppose you've signed any contracts lately. No deals with any demons? Didn't sell your soul to a daemon?
Nope.
Kill anybody?"
Nope.
I killed
Well, she's
undead.
"I have no idea why the cat says you're evil then, young man. But I suggest you find some better associates." She points at Kamakiri. She's like, "That one. There's no turning that one back from his path." The cat just kind of gets up and yawns at Kamakiri. He's like, "Meow." So she gets like a pot out and she puts some more soup in it and hands it to Aces and says, "There's some soup for the road."
It's been a while since I had some of this soup.
She says, "I don't recall seeing you around, but I have been here for quite a while."
15 years ago? Young lad.
She
Not
says,
as much blonde in
"If
my
it was
hair.
15 years ago, I certainly wouldn't remember. I'm here every day.
Yeah. I remember you.
I hope you enjoy your soup."
Thank you, as I nod.
So for those of you eating the soup tastes quite good. Tastes like, chicken noodle soup. Except instead of chicken, it's piranha tarantula.
Just like Dad used to make
The other gray meat.
the other hood gray meat.
Okay.
I
So
whisper after she leaves. I speak my mind to the crew and I say, perhaps she is mentioning something about the Graveminder we met. I don't believe his end of the bargain was ever fulfilled because that request was not yet granted.
you guys have been dragging his corpse from ship to ship.
We had a good fight yet.
Oh, that's right. We were supposed to take that back to him, weren't we?
Take what back to him? I missed that part.
His corpse. We told him we'd find his corpse and return it.
You
Oh.
have his corpse.
We have
We
it.
need
It's
to-
on the ship's inventory on the loot list.
Ah, okay. So I believe we should return that corpse then.
Where are you
We
returning
might
it
want to do
to?
that first. We have to summon him, don't we?
Yeah, sure.
I don't remember the exact details, y'all. Sorry.
I wasn't there for that part.
I'm sure someone kept notes, right? So, to be clear, for those asking, the corpse is actually super old. It's basically just a skeleton at this point. It was also underwater, and when they brought it out, they scrubbed it down, so it doesn't actually smell that much now. He's been dead for years. And yes, Glenda the Good Witch was being sanctimonious. She's a good witch. That's why they call her the Soup Witch. So, the random encounter has left us with more questions. Let's call it a wrap here because we just hit midnight. But hopefully next week we'll talk it out in email and figure out where we're going. Maybe someone might remember what you're supposed to do with the Graveminder. But it's good that someone remembered the Graveminder because he's getting awfully lonely. It's been like a dozen sessions. He's just sitting in a ship. He just keeps getting transferred. You guys just have him in like a coffin No one's even like, what's in the coffin? It just is like, do not open, quarantine seal.
Hey, that says captain's property.
Yeah, sure. So, yeah, we'll be back. I think everyone's good for next Sunday, right? Anybody have any problems with the 4th?
Not that I know of.
Nope, I should definitely be there.
All right, cool. Wow. This was a good session, I think. We got a lot done. And there was a lot of different things happening at the same time. Tried to juggle that. So if you guys want to let me know how I did about that, if the party can just shoot me an email. And of course, if you would like to comment it on an audience about how I handled all that, I'm always there on Twitter, and you can leave a comment on the YouTubes. And as usual, please follow, like, and subscribe us no matter what format you're watching in. And we will be back next week at 8 o'clock. Thank you for joining us.